The man charged in a deadly home invasion and arson on Lake Gaston agreed to a plea deal today. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. This new deal is a far cry from capital murder for killing Nancy Alford and beating her husband to death. Beating her husband before setting their house on fire. WRAL Investigates Cullen Browder shows us why this deal is about both closure and compromise.
What a dramatic turn in this case. Lester Kearney faced capital murder charges since 2018. Earlier this year, a jury could not reach a unanimous verdict, ending in a mistrial. Well, today, Kearney didn't technically admit guilt, but he pled to lesser charges. Instead of a potential death sentence, Lester Kearney will likely spend less than 20 years in prison for second-degree murder and related charges. The legal term is Alford plea, not related to the victims, Dr. Nancy and Reverend John Alford.
One commentator, Your Honor, has written that Alford pleas are necessary to spare innocent defendants from the mercy of the murky and unpredictable trial system. Mr. Kearney has already been subjected to that system, and he does not want to do it again.
Prosecutors blame two men for the 2018 Lake Gaston home invasion, arson, and murder. Reverend Alford, who barely escaped, identified Kearney in the first trial. Dr. Nancy Alford died in the fire.
This was a huge wound for this community.
District Attorney Mike Waters and Sheriff Johnny Williams defend investigators' work. However, in a case made more difficult when co-defendant Kevin Munn withdrew his promised cooperation, they and the family decided to forego another trial.
Oftentimes, we reach compromises, and that's what this is.
In an emotional statement to the court, the Alford son, Roger, chose not to address Kearney, but instead how their mother mattered to so many.
What happened to my mom was definitely not fair. What happened to all of us as a result of losing her is definitely not fair. But we are thankful for this chance to have some degree of closure.
Under this agreement, Kearney faces a minimum of 164 months, nearly 14 years in prison. As for his co-defendant, Kevin Munn, he still is scheduled for a capital murder trial next year. Cullen Browder, WRAL News, Warren County.